I was reading the book of Mark before I went to bed. It's a story that I've read many times, but I'm going to share it with you. It's in the book of Mark, chapter 6, and it's from verse 31 to 44. Jesus is out preaching in the desert, and there's a multitude of people that are following him. And Jesus is teaching, and the people are listening. I'm going to read verse 45. By this time, it was late in the day, so his disciples came to him. This is a remote place, they said, and it's already very late. Send the people away so they can go to the surroundings, countrysides, and villages and buy themselves something to eat. It's getting late and they want to have dinner. Verse 37. But he answered, you give them something to eat. They said to him, that would be more than half of a year's wage. Are we to go spend that much on bread to give them to eat? Already we're seeing that the disciples don't want to go out there and don't want to spend everything they've got. Jesus asks them, how many loaves do you have? He asked. Go and see. And this is where it's interesting and what I want to share with you. Jesus, before he makes the miracle, before he does the miracle, before he multiplies, he asks what it is they have. He wants to know what he's working with. And I want to ask you, what do you bring to the table? You're asking for Jesus. You're asking for a miracle. And he asks you, well, what do you got? Oh, Jesus, well, I need a car. Well, what do you got? Oh, Jesus, well, we don't have food. Well, what do you got? Jesus, well, my husband's in jail. Well, what do you got? It doesn't matter what you're asking. When Jesus asks, what do you have? Sometimes it might not seem like a lot what we have. Sometimes all we have is a humble heart, and we come on our knees to Jesus. But check this out. Verse 38 says, how many loaves do you have? He asked. Go and see. When they found out, they said, 5 loaves and 2 fish. And there were thousands out there. My question is, what did it, to the human, to the average mind, what are you going to do with that? Jesus says, I'll take what you got and I'll multiply it. And I want you to know something. Anything that you have to bring to the table, God wants to see what you're willing to bring to the table, and he will multiply it. So I want you to ask yourself, what do I bring to the table? What am I giving God? If you're giving God your whole heart, give it to him and let him multiply it and let him do the miracle that you're asking for. Think about that. God bless.